Hey there, fellow gamers. Owners here with another episode of Let's Learn Dyson Sphere Program. Let me just get the mic a little better position. There we go. All right. After the last episode ended, I did do some more mining. We've got, I can zoom around. We've got a few of these areas. Bunch of fractal crystal, silicon, all the fire ice I think I could find. Just a quick double check on that. Which is actually just that vein, which is 2.5 million. Yeah, that was the only vein. Look, fractal silicon, a few of the actual silicon veins, just in case. And that's about it. So, what does that give us? Well, that gives us the unipolar magnets. You'll also see here I put two of these guys here together. And I was looking at it, and there wasn't actually much coming out. And I thought, maybe it's because we didn't have enough storage. And then I put it all in there, and then I realized, hang on, there was only 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 being called. So there's actually only a couple of ships going. So either we're getting enough, which it doesn't seem like we are, because we're still seeing the warning about the green science, or we're not actually requesting enough. So anyway, all of that happens at the other end. What was that white thing there? There's a ship off to home, I guess. Okay. So back to Alpha Leporus. Yes, of course. Back to Alpha Leporus. Of course. Yeah. So, what are we going to do this episode? Well, of course, we want to check out what we can do with our unipolar magnets. I'm not going to worry too much about the fractal silicon at this point. We'll have a look if we use something that needs the crystalline silicon, which seems to be the only thing I can make from fractal silicon. Then we'll certainly bring in some fractal silicon. But for now, we'll just focus on the task at hand, which is making antimatter. Containment things. We'll get to it. We need particle containers. I just know that. All right. Look, we're 5 seconds away. Good stuff. Alpha Leporus 1, please. If I can see it from all this text. I cannot. There it is over there. All right. There we have it. Beautiful. So, first thing to check is our optical grading, wherever that is happening, and it's definitely not there. We're at the wrong side of the planet for our optical grading. Okay, optical grading crystals. Look at that. We're just using a lot, and we are not meeting the requests. Possibly because we're not actually charging this fast enough. And B, we may not have enough logistic spots in this one to get all the titanium ore we need, all the fire ice we need, and all the optical grading crystals. Although we still have 2 available. What is our actual power situation like? Can I push this further? No, I cannot. No, I cannot. So what can we do? We could split this up. We can also increase our power production, because we do have 1.5 gigawatts and heaps of deuterium. I remember from previous episodes we had heaps of deuterium, so we could just ramp this up. And in fact, let's just do that, because this looks like an area. Whoa. Okay. This looks like an area where we can just really quickly get a bunch of goodies going. What are we doing? Remote demand. I don't remember doing that. Okay. Anyway. There we go. There's a few more thousand of them. You're another one who needs faster charge rate. We can see we actually do have power issues. We do have power issues because we don't have the charge rate required. Alright. Let's just fill in all of this area here and try and get some uniformity to our setup, so this stuff here can all actually disappear, can't it? Yeah, all of that. Delete all of that. I don't even know where all that's going. It was going into that tower there. All right. There's some more over there that we could delete if we wanted to, but we won't bother. So this one can go down to there. Down to there. No, this one cannot apparently. I don't know how these things work. This one... Jump in there. Are you actually connected? You are. Alright. We're going to kill off those two there. And then just continue on with our... who knows? Who knows? There's always some oddities with this, isn't there? There we go. Spacing different. Alright. Solar energy loses less energy and has a higher transmission efficiency. I don't even remember researching that, but here we are. Alright, popping a bunch of these down. And let's see how that's looking for our power now. Specifically the charging stations. So we went from, not too far away, we went from 1.5 gigawatts to 1.8 gigawatts, which is pretty nice. And I mean, you could probably do a little bit more charging as well, but where is our optical grading crystals? Here they are. So now we are requesting a lot, and we actually have none available. I think we are going to need a second one of you. So you only have one. You're basically maxed out on logistics vessels anyway. So what we'll do is we'll just put in another one. And give it a whole new bunch of logistics vessels. Where can I put you? Too close. Too close. Too close. There we go. That looks like it there. Got to try and get them as close as possible because I'm probably going to want to fit a lot more of these in at some point in the near future. Optical grading crystals. We also need space warpers. Space warpers. There we go. We only need a small amount of though. Local demand, remote storage, and remote demand. We do need to power this up as well. There you go. You can also have a bunch of drones, maybe not that many. Give me half a stack. Great. And then power you up. Power. There we go. And let's up your charging. There we go. Okay. How are we doing power-wise now? There's a little bit of a hash job there. There we go. All right. Actually, getting low on inserters and belts. All right. Ooh, what's going on? I do not know. That's probably not what I wanted. Alright, I want to copy you. I just want to copy you. There we go. What's that one? You're just in a really funky space. Crossing over lots of different lines, lack of items. Oh, okay. We've got a good amount of generation. We could check our deuterium fuel rod supply just to make sure that that's still going all right, and it looks like it's doing fine. All right, because we are supplying a lot of planets with that as well. Now you're getting 8,000 coming in, and you'd get more, but we don't have enough charge. And likewise, you're getting a bunch in as well. You're actually, like this is the issue. You're using all your logistics shuttles just to get this and titanium going. Okay. We now have 10,000 optical grading crystals coming in, and things should start moving with that. So where is our optical grading crystals being used? It is somewhere along here, isn't it? Not on this line. It must be on the next line. Look at all these bots going absolutely everywhere. That is certainly where our power is being used. Here we go. Okay. Yep. So this is the issue. I mean, you would be requesting more, but you actually don't have any more available. Just the nature of the beast. We're sending ships a long way. Is it worth enabling distance to warp is 12 AUs. Yeah, no, the first optical grading crystal is somewhere away, isn't it? Alnilum, yeah. And that is already, is there a distance? Distance away is 2 light years, yeah. So it is more than the 12 AUs. We're looking pretty good. All right. Let's get rid of that. Land and disappear, perfect. So, what are we, 1 minute, my son is screaming in the background. Alright, and we're back. We recently took the side of the cot down from my son's cot because he was climbing out. There's no point having it. But now, of course, let's just say bedtimes are a bit of a nightmare at the moment. But it's our motto is it's just a phase. We'll get through it. Alrighty, so we have unipolar magnets. That is what we have, and we also have protons. We also have photons. I mean, we could probably use this for photons as well because we're not going to be getting many. We're not going to be getting many coming in. So let's request. I mean, realistically, we could just request all of the photons. There's actually no reason not to. Okay, I can see the problem. Minimum vessel load. I want to keep high on this one in particular. So let's actually put in a new one. Put in a new one. We got plenty of these to spare. All right. Just trying to get as close as we can to try and fit all these in. There goes. This one we are going to request photons. We are going to request more warpers, which is probably a reason to try and keep things all together on minimal number of towers. Anyway, here we are. Remote demand, and we'll set your request down low. We also obviously need to give you some logistics vessels. That would certainly help, and probably some power would also help. All of these things would be quite the assistance. We'll give you a bit more charging, which, yeah, it's still okay. As long as everything's not charging at once, we're okay with that. Now let's see if this gets, there we go, 1,000 photons. All right, so we're going to bump that back up to 100 if we're getting 1,000 photons. Is there an advantage in bringing in dribs and drabs? No, I don't think there is. Someone might correct me if I'm wrong. But here we are. All right, we'll give you, I don't know, that's probably way too many logistics vessels, but that's fine. And yeah, we have 1,000 photons coming in. All right, what do we do with the photons? Well, we need to make antimatter. We need to make antimatter because that is required for the final science. It's also required for antimatter fuel rods, which are probably a really good source of energy if we didn't have basically infinite deuterium at this point. So it's just antimatter. And antimatter is made in particle colliders. And why can't I see it here? Why can I never see these things? Anyway. So yeah, antimatter made in a particle collider from a photon. And it also, interestingly, it produces 2 hydrogen. So the photon produces 2 hydrogen and 2 antimatter, which, you know, antimatter and regular matter separating as science. Maybe science, unproven science. So we have, let's just find some space where we can plonk down a few particle reactors. This looks like some unused space, mainly because it previously was unusable. But, you know, since we started, we've got a bunch of this. But apparently not enough. I did grab 3,000 before. Let's grab some more. You can never have, well, I was going to say you can never have too many, but we could accidentally fill our whole inventory, couldn't we? There you go, there's another few thousand. That'll keep us going for a wee bit. It is remote supply, so we can grab it from other planets if we need it. That's just something to keep our minds around. Alright. So I'm going to pop it over here. We'll leave that titanium. I don't think we need to make this very big is probably the key thing here. I am going to make it one of these guys, though. One of these guys, just so that we can have the photon or the antimatter available elsewhere. So we're going to produce... We're going to bring in photons. There's antimatter in the top right. There we go. I didn't see it before. And we're going to produce antimatter. And we're also going to produce hydrogen, which we really want to get rid of. We really want to get rid of this. It is going to get used if we start making the antimatter fuel rods. They do actually use equal amounts of antimatter and hydrogen, which maybe is a good thing. Maybe is a good thing to just use up all the hydrogen that we'd be producing here. We also need these, which come from the particle containers, and that's where our unipolar magnets are going to come in handy. But for now, let's plop down a few of these, and it's actually probably should check. I can't check there. I can't check there. Why is it not available there? Anyway, so this produces 1 a second. It's actually pretty fast as far as the particle colliders go. We have 13 of them, so that would be 13 a second. I don't think we're producing that many photons, so I think we'll be all right. We can fit 4 there. We can fit 4 there, and so we'll have a line coming in here with our photons, and then we'll put another 4 there. Can I fit power poles in between those? I can, alright. So that's pretty good. We'll pop it there, we'll pop it there, pop it there, and there. Alright, then on the outside we just need, we need 2 outputs. We need hydrogen and... oops, don't do that. Get rid of that last one, there we go. We need hydrogen and we need our good friend, the antimatter. Alright, so there and there. Beautiful. Actually, no, that is not beautiful. It didn't go far enough. Alright, so first things first, let's bring out the photons to there. And then you're going to go into there, and you're going to go into there. You kidding me? We've had this happen before. It's just sometimes it gets a little bit funky, doesn't it? All right. And then what's going on here? Close. Shift click on that. You're going to go into there, and you're going to go into there. And honestly, we've probably got way too much production here for the number of photons that we have, but yeah, why not? I feel it feels bad using the sorters Mark III for this kind of thing that's low volume. So I am going to run over to here. And get some... that's a Mark III sorter. Where's our Mark II sorters? Here we go. Let's grab a couple hundred of them. How we do? 150. Let's actually grab another couple hundred. There we go. Because they're going to be our primary sorters. These Mark IIIs we'll use a little bit, but not that much. While I'm here, let's go to this one. No, not that one. Where are our belts? Gosh, it's hard to see in all of this, isn't it? There they are. Let's grab a couple thousand of them. Seems all right. And what else have we got while we're here? We got heaps of them. We are actually pretty low on power poles. That our jaunt doing all the mining was quite power pole intensive. We're okay for those. I'll grab another stack of them, and actually I will grab another stack of them. Yeah, that seems okay. And over here, our miners, you know, we're down to less than 2 stacks. Let's ramp that up, and then I'll pop those ones back. All right, I think that is everything that I really want. Probably it's not everything I want because I really want some of these. Why are these not coming here? I've stuffed something up at the other end. Maybe I didn't make it remote supply. Maybe it's just this. No. I am requesting there. I'm definitely requesting. Remote demand. All right, we've stuffed up something at the other end. I'll have to look into that. You're okay though. Yep. Very well. Very well. We'll figure that one out when we get around to going back to AL3. Probably because we're going to run out of logistics. All right. Where are we? Over here. We're over here. All right. Let's get some of our sorters going. So we need you into there. And that's actually just going to annoy me if I try and do it that way. Give me a sorter Mark II on that line into there, and then that line into there. What is going on with this? Are we? That is not ideal. That is not ideal. Although we can make it look intentional. We can make it look intentional by having you come off that line into there, and it's like that. Look at that. We always just wanted them coming in the middle. You go out there, and you go out there, and we do need to set these. Well, we don't actually have to set these, but I will set these to hydrogen, and the inside line is antimatter. Again, we don't have to set them because they're just going to run in here and fill that up anyway. But yeah, for neatness, it'd be nice to have only the one thing on there. Here we go. Antimatter. Close that down, please. We need to do something like that. A local demand of them. Thank you. And then copy that down there. And then over here, likewise, we come out there and out there. I should do this set the filter first, shouldn't I? Hydrogen, and that's actually the opposite of what we had on the other side. Yeah, our first antimatter, nice. Hydrogen on the outside, antimatter on the inside. There we go. Alright, that looks a bit nicer. You need a recipe as well. Bang. And okay. Alright, that's good. We're getting some. Apparently we have absolutely no photons. I thought I was getting 1,000 photons coming in. Oh, we'll have to check that out. We did have, we definitely had a setup for drones at the other end. Okay, but we have got antimatter. Find a way to use it, you'll definitely benefit from it. Yeah. So, antimatter is used for white science. It's actually one antimatter for one white science. Now we only need 4,000 white science to finish the game, if I remember correctly. Mission complete. Well, I mean, we'll activate it just to give us a bit. Yeah. So it's 4,000 white science, which is 4,000 antimatter, which is 4,000 photons, and I can see our science is apparently running fine because we've got no warnings, meaning that we should be backing up on science. Here we are. All right. How much science do we have backed up here, though? How much science do we have backed up here? It's a bit. It's not 4,000, though, is it? Actually, I'm not going to make it 4,000. That is pretty silly, because we're just going to use it, aren't we? All right. So what we'll do, though, is we'll just put in another tower at the back here. That's going to be making white science. And we'll make it as high as this one, just for interest's sake. Can I see if it's as high as this one? There we go. All right. And then we'll put another one next to it that will just feed into it. Feed our white science into it, because it only needs white science. It doesn't need the other sciences. And in fact, what I'm going to do now is leave enough space over here, just in case we want to, at some point, for some reason, increase the number of matrix labs that we have making white science. We can also just make it taller, can't we? So that's probably not that important. Anyway, enough chitter chatter. Let's do this. So, all right, one power pole goes there, one goes there. You, my friend, are making white science. Produce white science. There we go. And we need to bring antimatter in. Okay, we can do that. So let's think about how we want to do this. We've got 3 inputs on this side to play with. Yep. Okay, and 3 inputs on this side. So this is where the antimatter will have to come in, which we can certainly do. All right. Let's get our antimatter coming in here. Let's first. I am going to use our fast sorters for this one, our sorter Mark IIIs, because we are. I mean, we're going a long way from the outside here, but we're also supplying this whole stack. And then what we need is a little requester uni over here. Lined up with that one, seems alright. And then let's have a belt that comes in like this, like that. And you are going to be requesting our good friends the antimatter. There we go. Demand antimatter. We didn't put any ships over that side. Nope. Ships in there, so we are going to have to power this one. There we go. I'll give you a bit more charging, give you a bit more drone load. And then the filter on this one. Set the filter on that one to antimatter, and we should be away. Alright. So that should get us our green science going. And now to make this look like it is meant to happen, we'll just do that. And we'll have you outputting and you inputting. It's a bit funky on that, isn't it? 6 trips per second. Wow, that's a lot. Uses 90 kilowatts. Oh no, they're all. Even the sorter Mark IIs uses, so it's the same power. Interesting. But 3 trips per second versus 6 trips. So it's twice as fast, and it has the massively increased speed. All right. What are we waiting for? We're just waiting for the antimatter. Here it is. Here it is now. All right. In you go. In you go. We're now making our white science, and so this is the end game. Essentially, we could just let this run now. We could just let this run, and it would work. There we go. Universe Matrix. Interestingly enough, we are actually utilizing all of these. This must be quite a long build, I say. 4 per minute. Okay, yeah, it is. It is. That would take a long time, wouldn't it? That is 1,000 minutes divided by however many tall this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What's that like? 1,000 divided by 12, 80. 80 minutes. Okay, that would be an hour. That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, we'll make that a little bit higher. I don't think we're probably going to be needing as many of these. Maybe. How high can we build? That's actually the max height. Okay. We'll pop these back up there just to get them out of our inventory. But as you can see, look, yeah, we're reaching up a little bit. They are all operational. This last one is operational. I can't seem to select it for some reason. I don't think that's on there properly. I mean, it definitely was, because now I've got a bunch of crud in my inventory. Dang it. Can I get rid of it all? Not officially. Just have to do it manually. All right. Get rid of you, and of course, instantly we see we're out of antimatter. All right. So let's go see what's going on with our photons. And I mean, the short answer is we just don't have we don't have enough production of photons. No one's going to be surprised by that. Where were we? Should have actually been pretty close to where it was anyway. Yeah, here we go. We've got 58, which is not enough. Not enough for the drones to actually carry them. Okay. So it's back to increasing our photon production. Yeah, easy peasy. All right. We need to get our 100 ray receivers that we produced a few episodes ago finally coming into the fore. All right, ray receivers, 100. Take them all. Beautiful. These guys we don't actually need anymore. Not even sure if we're going to bother completing the Dyson sphere. I think we're just going to go for the white science. I know it seems like a cop-out, but it's purely just a matter of time. With the node structure we have, it's a little annoying that we can't put in more solar cells, but here we are. We're definitely limited. We'll do the math when we get there. We'll do the math and see how long it's going to take. But I just saw the time. We're actually at half an hour. We're at half an hour, so next episode we are going to be focusing on increasing our photon production, which with the 100 ray receivers should actually go okay, provided they can get the space at the poles. There's some issues. So we'll investigate that next episode. Putting in the infrastructure to actually make the antimatter now is certainly going to help us. And yeah, it's just I feel like we're on the last legs, but there still might be a bit of time remaining, but I don't think there's too much complexity remaining. So, as always, a massive thank you to my amazing patrons, and I'll catch you next time.